Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have studied about respiratory system, and today we are going to study about human body circulatory system. So, let us begin. So, students, circulatory system performs the function of transport of various substances like water, hormones, oxygen, soluble nutrients, and waste material through the different organs. Waste material like carbon dioxide. So, and an independent system, and human circulatory system is an independent system for blood circulation is present in the humans and higher animals, and it consists of heart, blood vessels, and capillaries. So what does the human circulatory system consist of? Which organs? Heart, blood vessels, and capillaries. So the process of pumping blood towards the various part of the body and bringing it back to the heart is called as blood circulatory system. So which is the main organ of circulatory system? Yes, good. Heart. Heart is the main organ for the circulatory system, and the process of pumping blood toward the various part of the body, it means, and bringing it back to the heart is called as blood circulatory system. So what is blood circulatory system? The process of pumping blood toward the heart and towards the various part of the body is known as blood circulatory system. Now let us study detail about the blood circulatory system. So students, blood circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels, and capillaries, right? So these three parts are involved in blood circulatory system. So first we will study the first organ involved in the blood circulatory system, that is heart. So we will study the structure and the function of the heart. You can see in the picture of heart. So today we are going to study about this heart, its structure and its function. So heart is present at a center in the thoracic cavity. You can see in the picture. So what is thoracic cavity? Yes, we have studied earlier, right? We have already studied in our previous class, right? That the respiratory organ is present in the thoracic cavity. You can see the heart and the lungs, which is present in the thoracic cavity, and heart is in the middle. It is behind the rib cage. From front, what is there? Rib cage. Ribs are there, and the heart is at the center, that is between two parts of the lung. And you can observe in the picture, the heart is slightly towards the left lung, right? Yes. Now next we will study about the size of the heart. So the size, you can see in the picture, the size of the heart is equal to one's own fist. See, when you will make your own fist, right? So that will be the size of your heart. So size of the heart is equal to the fist of one's own hand or own fist. You can see in the picture, it is already written, your heart is as big as your fist. So when you grow, the size of the fist will also increase. So as you grow, your heart also grows. And about the weight, the weight of the heart is approximately about 360 grams, and it is covered by a double layered peritoneal membrane. You can see the white color double layer membrane, you can see in the picture. So this peritoneal membrane and the pericardium fluid is present between these two layers. Two layers are present, right? And between these two layers there is a pericardium fluid. And why it is present? The pericardium fluid is present as it protects the heart from the function and mechanical shock. So due to the pumping of the blood, there are mechanical shocks. So to prevent from it, there is pericardium fluid which protects the heart. Now, heart is a muscular organ. You can see in the picture of the human heart, which is muscular, and it is made up of involuntary cardiac muscle. It means involuntary cardiac muscles in which movement of muscle is not under conscious control. It is continuously beating all day and night. So it is not under conscious control. When we are unconscious also, the heart beats. It beats continuously for day and night. And this involuntary cardiac muscles contracts and relax with a definite rhythm. So with a definite rhythm, they contracts and relaxes. This contraction and relaxation of this involuntary muscles is known as beating of the heart. So the contraction and the relaxation of the heart is known as beating of the heart. So do you know what is the normal heart rate? Yes, it is from 60 to 100 beats per minute. So the normal heart rate is 60 to 100 beats per minute. Now next, you can see the internal division of the heart. So internally the heart is divided into two chambers, right chamber and left chamber. You can see in the picture. Each of this compartment is again divided into two chambers. Thus in all the heart consists of how many chambers? 4. First, one chamber on the right hand side and other on the left. Again, out of these two, one chambers are divided into again two parts. Right hand side, two chambers are there. So the upper chamber are called as arteria. So the upper chamber which is present in the heart are known as arteria, or singularly it is known as arterium. So there is right arterium and left arterium, and the lower chambers of the heart are known as ventricles, and they are known as right ventricle and left ventricle. You can see in the picture the arteria are the thin wall chambers. See, you can see in the picture the walls are thin and they receives blood from the veins, and ventricles are the thick walls. You can see in the picture the walls of the ventricles are thick and they are known as thick wall chamber that forcefully pump the blood out of the heart. So these two ventricles, they forces blood out from the heart. So this are known as, so the heart is of 4 chambered. Now next, you can see in the video, firstly we have left arterium and left ventricle on the left hand side. Upper one is known as left arterium and down it is known as left ventricle. On the right hand side, the upper chamber is known as right arterium and the lower chamber is known as right ventricles. So what ventricles are? are having thick wall. They are having thick wall and the arterium is having thin wall. And arterium ventricle pumps the blood out of the heart. Okay. Now next we are going to study about artery and veins, that is our blood vessels. So students, we will learn about blood vessels, their structure and their functions. So as you know, the heart is beating continuously due to this relaxation and contraction of the cardiac muscle. So why heart is beating continuously? Because of the relaxation and the contraction of cardiac muscles. And due to this cardiac contraction and relaxation, the blood continuously circulate through the blood vessels of the heart. It continuously circulates through the blood vessels, and there are two main types of blood vessels of the heart. Which are they? Can you guess? Yes, that is artery and veins. You can see artery and veins. So, these are used to circulate the blood from the body to the heart and from the heart to the body. Now we will study these blood vessels in detail. See, here there is a difference between artery and veins. So, here we can see the artery as well as veins. So, they are, firstly, we will talk about arteries. They are used to carry blood away from the heart. So, in artery, what is that? It takes the blood from the heart to the body. And about veins, they are used to carry the blood towards the heart. Now, arteries, they carries oxygenated blood. So, they carries, except when they carries oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means the blood which contain a large amount of oxygen. And about veins, except when they transport deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means the blood which is very, very low in oxygen. About arteries, their walls are thick. In arteries, the walls are thick. And while in veins, their walls are thin. And in veins, the walls are thin. In arteries, they are deeply located in the body and their walls are thick. While in veins, the walls are thin and they are provided with valves. Veins are provided with valves and arteries do not have any valves. You can see. We will see in the picture. Here in the picture, it is valve is present in the vein and it is absent in the artery. Both has inner layer, middle layer and outer layer. See, both the artery and vein are having inner layer, middle layer and outer layer. But the wall is thin in veins and the wall is thick in artery. Right? You can see the picture. Okay. Now we will learn about capillaries. So, capillaries, artery gradually branches out with decrease in the diameter as they spread in the body and finally from hair-like vessels called as capillaries. So, the arteries, they gradually branch out into with the decrease in diameter. So they decrease the diameter and they spread out in the whole bodies. And finally, hair-like vessels. So the vessels are like hair and they are known as capillaries. Walls of capillaries are extremely thin and made up of single layer of cells. So the wall of the capillary is very thin and they are made up of single layer of cells. And due to this, exchange of material between capillaries and cells becomes very easy. So because of this, as the walls of the capillaries are very thin, the exchange of material between the capillaries and the cells became easy. During the exchange, the oxygen, nutrients, hormones, vitamin, etc. are sent towards the cell and the waste materials of the cells move into the blood. Waste materials like carbon dioxide, they move into the blood, and the vitamins, hormones are sent towards the cell from the blood to the cell. Capillaries also unite together to form the vessels of more diameter called as veins. So capillaries, when they unite together and they form veins, capillary network is present in each organ. So in each and every organ there are network of capillaries. You can observe in the picture from the heart where the blood is coming, it is known as artery, then it is divided into capillaries, and these capillaries get united and they form a vein. Okay. Now next, why the veins are provided with valves? So here is one question, why the vein is provided with valves? So veins are provided with valves to prevent backflow of the blood, because blood in the veins is not under pressure and is moving slowly. So blood from the vein is moving towards the heart, so there is no pressure, right? So it can flow backward. So because to prevent it from flowing backward, the veins are provided with valves so that it can be protected by flowing backward, as there is no pressure under it. Why the arteries have thick wall? Now why the arteries are having thick wall? Arteries are thick wall because blood in the arteries is under pressure as the blood is pumped from the heart. So they are under pressure. As to maintain this pressure, the smooth muscles layer of the wall of the arteries are thick. So for maintaining the pressure, the muscles are walls are very thick. Now blood circulation through heart and functioning of the heart. So the process of pumping the blood towards the various part of the body and bringing it back towards the heart is called as blood circulation. So what is blood circulation? The pumping of blood toward various part of the body from the heart and bringing it back towards the heart is called as blood circulation. So as to maintain the continuity in the circulation, heart alternately contracts and relaxes. Consecutive single contraction and relaxation of the heart constitute a single heartbeat. So the consecutive single contraction, single time when it contracts and again it relaxes, this constitute of a single heartbeat. As we can see in this video, how the heart contracts and relaxes. The single time it contracts and relaxes is known as it constitutes a single heartbeat. Now next, do you know, in case of the healthy person, there are 72 beats of the heart per minute. So in case of very healthy person, the heartbeat is approximately 72 heartbeat of the heart per minute, and the rate of the heartbeat increases due to physical exercise and emotion. So when we are active or in any physical exercise or doing any physical work, the heart rate of heartbeat increases. Okay. Similarly, it has been observed that it decreases during the rest and the sleep. So when we are sleeping or we are taking rest, the heart rate of the heartbeat decreases. Number of beats is more in case of infant. So when we compare the heartbeat of an infant and heartbeat of a adult person, the number of beats is more in case of infants. Now next, two types of sounds are heard during the heartbeat. One is lup, another is dup. So when we are hearing carefully the sound of the heartbeat, two sounds are being heard. One is lup and the other is dup. So the heart pumps about 75 ml of blood during each beat. So during each beat, how many ml of blood is pumped towards the body part? That is 75 ml. So for the today's class, we have studied about structure of the heart, our circulatory system, its structure, then about blood vessels, veins, arteries, capillaries, and about blood circulation and functioning of the heart. So we will study the next topic in the next class. Thank you.